All right. Recently I spent a couple of weeks of my life back in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, and I was there working the NBA All-Star Game. Now, by anyone's standard, the NBA All-Star Game is a huge gig. It is a big undertaking, and it's not something that you just load in a half hour. We go in there and we load in for days, and my gig there is I go in and I hang all the audio systems that we put around the arena, and then when everything is up and in place, and everything's in place, and the stage is in place, and everything's ready to go, then I move to what my main gig is, which is dealing with the musical talent as a monitor mixer on stage, making sure that they got everything they need, TV style, the guy driving the mixing console and touching all the buttons. He's the man behind the curtain somewhere. He's a quarter mile away from where I'm at, dealing with the talent, and that's my gig. And I was really excited to be there. Growing up in Cleveland, living there 35 years, I've got a lot of friends there. I've got a lot of childhood friends there. And I was there almost 2 weeks, but not one day off, so I really didn't have any chance to peel away. The first day I was there, some buddies of mine from a band that I played in 30 years ago, plus 35 years ago, we got together, the guys took me out for breakfast, and it was a thrill seeing the fellas, and it was great. But all of my other friends, I didn't get a chance to see anybody. But I did talk to a buddy of mine on the phone who I've been friends with since first grade. His name is Alex. Alex became a firefighter when he was 41 years old. Now, I moved out of Cleveland when I was 35, so I have never seen Alex dressed up as a fireman. We used to play firemen when we were in first grade together. But I've never seen him dressed up as an adult. I'm still dressed as a stagehand and a roadie because, that's what I'm doing. So day 2 or day 3 of the build, my buddy Alex calls me in the morning. He goes, "What you doing?" I said, "Well, loading in, still putting speakers in the air and wiring stuff and doing what we do." I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I'm with the Coast Guard and we're doing some emergency under the ice diving rescue training." Under the ice rescue diving. That is as adult as it gets. I'm a scuba diver. I love to dive, but I love to dive in 80-degree water. I am not down there as a rescue diver. Or he says, "You're not really rescue. At that point, it's recovery." So he says to me, "Hey, I'm going to come down and see you." I'm like, "You see me? Listen, man, I can't get you no stinking badges, okay? And there's COVID protocols. This is not a nightclub. It's the NBA All-Star Game in the arena. There's a ring of police around here. There's a ring of security. There's a ring of security inside that ring. There's no possible way I can get you inside this building. Not gonna happen, man. I come out the street. We can hang out on the sidewalk for a little bit, but there's no way. There's no way you can come down here. Just can't happen." So he says to me, "Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. I'll call you when I get there." I go, "What are you talking about?" So I hang up the phone. Some time goes by, I get a phone call for Alex. I'm like, "What's happening?" He goes, "I'm at the bottom of the ramp." I said, "The bottom of what ramp?" And I walk down the bottom of the ramp at the inside the arena, and there's my childhood friend, my buddy Alex, dressed like a goddamn fireman. He's a fireman. And he's with all these other firemen, and they're in a fire van kind of thing, pickup truck, fire truck thing, city of Cleveland. And I'm like, what the fuck? He comes in and he says, "Our fire truck is getting new tires on it today. We just have some training and we want to see what's going on here and have a look for safety." I'm like, this is fantastic. Giving my buddy the tour, of how we do it and how we put the sound system up. And I guess the fire department in Cleveland does their rappel training in the arena, so they're completely familiar with the grid and everything going up. And I was just blown away. It's just never occurred to me that, oh, my buddy's a fireman and he doesn't need no stinking badges. And even one of the other firemen said to me, he goes, not even the mayor could tell Alex to what building he can or cannot go into. day or night, And here's the thing, my buddy Alex is a true hero. That word gets thrown around a lot. Hero this, he's a hero. No. My buddy really saves people's lives. If you're in trouble and you see this guy coming at you, you know that your rescue has made it. He is the most modest guy. He's the most awesome guy, and he's really out there saving people's lives. Well, I'm telling jokes and with the artist and hanging up audio systems, I don't consider that I have a serious job at all. I take my job seriously, but at the end of the day, I'm not saving any lives. And let me say this about my buddy Alex. He was in the tree service business for 40 years. He's been a fireman since he was 40 years old, pushing 60 now, getting ready to retire. And he runs a business called Speakeasy, where they have intercom integrated into hard hats. So when you're on a job site, you can easily speak to somebody and communicate with them and make sure you have a safe working environment. When I said to him, man, you're ready to retire. Why are you pushing with this business? You know what he said to me? Because it could save somebody's life. That's not what a businessman says. That's somebody that gives a shit about you. That's what a real hero does. And that's what I'm saying. Check out his company. It could definitely save your life. Link in the description below. For you people out there that are firemen, you're cops, you're doing rescue service, man, you're definitely not roadies, but you're rock stars in my book, and I appreciate your service. And no matter where I am, emergency services, man, you don't need no stinking badges. Okay, go. It's bumming me out.